Hello everyone, and today we're taking a look at the Amoeba DOS virus. A couple of videos ago I actually got a request from somebody asking if I could make more videos on more destructive viruses, and destructive viruses are always fun, so that's what we're taking a look at tonight. So we got the Amoeba virus. Go ahead and look at it. It's a 3579 byte sample, and it's actually infected a sacrificial goat file of about 1,000 bytes, so it's actually about 1,000 bytes smaller than that. So first things first, there's a few things it does, so we'll go ahead and look at the B drive, which is a pretty rare occurrence on these videos, but that is the 5¼ inch drive on this machine. And as you can see, we've copied the virus and a few DOS files to this drive, just to check out a few of the things the virus does. So we'll go ahead and run Amoeba, and when we run it, we'll see it infect some files. Files will take a little longer to execute than normal, but they will be infected by the virus. And the virus activates on the 1st of November every year, and it activates quite destructively, so we'll go ahead and run it. I don't think it will activate until we restart. Yeah, we'll need to restart now. Go ahead and open the latch on this 5¼ inch drive so it doesn't try to boot from it. You gotta love the floppy disk seek test. It's a good sound. Okay, now we can close the latch back up. And I'm just going to switch to the DOS directory real quick, because if you get a lot of text on the screen, the graphical portion of the virus looks pretty neat. And we'll go and run the virus one more time, and it will activate destructively. So you hear it accessing the disk drive, and it is actually wiping all the data off the disk, and here is the graphical payload where it just messes with the screen. So you can see it cycles through the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G in the blank spaces, and also a bunch of characters. And it'll do this as long as you let it. It won't stop doing this. It just cycles through color palettes. Looks pretty cool. Might not look pretty cool if you have epilepsy, but hopefully you don't have epilepsy right now. I should probably put an epilepsy warning in the description. That would be a good idea. I think I'll do that. Man, that's bright. But it looks really cool. Which is all that matters when it comes to viruses, when you get right down to it. So let's go ahead and restart. We can't control Alt Delete, it doesn't work. So we're going to have to hard reset, which means we'll have to cold boot, which means we'll have to turn off the power and turn it back on. We'll go ahead and let it boot. And as it tries to check if there's a bootable disk in the A drive, we get a poem. See a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. The virus, March 16th, 1991. So, pretty impactful. And when it ran previously, it actually formatted your hard disk and replaced the boot up routine with this. So your partition table is gone, all your data is gone, and all you're left with is this poem that will appear on every boot. Go ahead and pop the MS-DOS diskette in the drive. Can't control Alt Delete, we'll have to hard reset once again. And we'll have to wait for MS-DOS to boot from the disk. From there, we can check on a few more things. Alright, there we go. Now we don't need to do setup, so we'll go ahead and exit out of this when it gives us the chance. Now, let's check on our B drive. That is not the B drive. So, we can't even read from it. That's a bad sign, right? I didn't know the virus would do this. Invalid media type. Ooh. So I guess it's screwed up just everything about this disk. Go ahead and abort. Can we do a directory listing? No files found. Okay, so we're able to get to the B drive, and we no longer have our files on this diskette that you saw at the beginning of this video. Go back to the A drive. See if we can access the hard drive. Invalid drive specification. That's a bad sign. So let's look at the fixed disk information. Gonna go and display partition information. Okay, so we have 4 non-DOS partitions, and on the second one here you can see the S is kind of spilling over into the volume label territory. Our first partition is negative 841 megabytes, second one is negative 31, third is 3 megabytes, and the last one is simply a hyphen out of our total disk space of course, 124 megabytes. So we've got one partition taking up 100%, another one taking up 1%, and another one taking up 1%, and another one not taking up anything at all. So these partitions are labeled 1% sign, 00% sign, and 00% sign. So these are some quality partitions. So to restore this computer, pretty much all you can do is remove all these invalid partitions with fdisk, and then repartition your disk and format it, and then reinstall the operating system. So if you didn't have good backups, you're pretty much screwed. So this virus is very destructive, and generally a whole lot of fun to be around. So hope you enjoyed it, and that's about it for the Amoeba DOS virus.